Good evening, my darling batlings.
Theater.
God.
Do you know this song, Furret?
No, but I recognize the music.
You can thank it was either Pause Break or Tomato Ghost that introduced me to this abomination of a song.
Thanks, whoever he just said.
So yeah, using the old Live 2D model for the time being, because I noticed a few well, in addition to getting my current Live 2D model re-rigged come after the holiday season, I also noticed that the teeth are fucked up on it, and I can't fix it because I no longer have an active Live 2D subscription. Oops.
Uh-oh.
That's also why I'm starting a bit late tonight, because I had to set up this model again. So tonight we're doing Ratchet Clank. You may be wondering, didn't you already do Ratchet Clank? That's what Furret was wondering. The answer is I never finished it on stream, and I've lost that save file, which, you know, as I am wont to do. I've already started working on next week's schedule, given that next week is Christmas. I always have my annual pre-Christmas, bad Christmas movie riff stream. We're going to be doing that on Monday, because I'll be out of here on Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's fair.
And it will be including one bit of reused content from my pre-Arikado days.
Nice.
So, without further Mountain Dew, let's get on over here. Playing the PS3 version because I cannot make the PS2 version look good without emulation no matter what I do. I've got this high-quality scaler, but its weakness is how shitty the PlayStation 2's video output is.
Oof.
Let's
see. Oh God, Fur, what you been up to tonight anyway?
Oh, you know, I've just been sitting around thinking.
Tinkin'?
Think about what?
You guys wonder if Squirrel Girl wraps you up in her tail like a blanket after you have sex with her?
Who the fuck starts a stream like that? I just sat down.
I bet it's soft and warm, like a heated, weighted blanket.
And to answer that, I haven't thought about that with Squirrel Girl, but I've thought about it with a Squirrel Girl, that being Makoto Nania from Blaze Blue.
Nice. I didn't know there was more than one Squirrel Girl.
She is a girl who is part squirrel.
That said,
Yay!
There you go.
yay!
First time in a while, Fur, because you've been
I need to build up more points, to be honest. Like, I really, and I don't want to, but I need to. I need to, like, sit a stream out one day and just chat.
Yeah.
That or have JKR log into my account and do it.
Not happening.
Pay him to do it.
Isn't it fun that the HD remaster that's, when you think about it, not that great of an HD remaster is the only version you can play on PlayStation 4 or 5?
Recognition system. Thank you for using help desk.
Shut up, chat me! So, like, is this like an HD remaster?
This is the PlayStation 3 HD remaster, which is the only version that you can play on PlayStation 4 and 5, and you can only play it through streaming, because it's a PS3 game. I don't know why they didn't put the PS2 versions on there at any point during the PS4's life cycle. Like, they do that for Jak and Daxter, but not for Ratchet and Clank. A series that's still getting games.
Nice. Incidentally, if any of you out there are looking for the perfect Christmas present for me, I really want the Anubis girl from Zenless Zone Zero. And I don't mean in-game.
Her name is Miyabi.
Miyabi. And I don't mean in-game.
Yeah, people have been waiting for Miyabi for a while because,
She
was introduced in the launch version of the game, but you couldn't get her.
Right. She was one of the reasons I wanted the game in the first place.
I mean, the reason I got into the game in the first place, or even became aware of it, was because Lulu became obsessed with Von Lycon, and made that my problem.
That's fair.
And then I stayed playing it when I saw Rena and unlocked her really quickly. And first things first, gotta change my camera controls. As well as a few of the other girls in there, especially ones that were added over time. And it's like, yeah, this is my first Hoyoverse game, and they know exactly what they're doing.
My first Hoyoverse game was Genshin Impact.
I never played Genshin Impact or Honkai Impact or Honkai Star Rail. I waited until Zenless Zone Zero, because it's like, okay, Devil May Cry S combat with waifus. Got it.
I said I did not get far in Genshin Impact. To give everyone an example of how far I got into Genshin Impact, my crush in that is Amber.
Like, I technically played enough of Genshin Impact to get to the title screen because some friends of mine that were making a Genshin Impact abridged series that I think only made it to 2 episodes needed footage of the name entry screen, and I did that for them. They just needed somebody entering the name Twink as their player character name.
That's fair.
So now if I were to play the PlayStation version of Genshin Impact, I would be stuck with the name Twink. God, knowing that this is an Insomniac game, I can hear so many Ryu Spyro sound effects in this.
Same here.
That frog sound, that is the sound from when you kill the frogs in Spyro 2 and 3.
Yep.
What does the frog say?
I mean, we just heard what it says.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. I promise to stop doing that.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. What does the fox say was a stupid question to begin with, because thanks to the furry community, we know what the fox says.
Oh baby, lift my tail first.
It says yif.
That works too.
Which also leads into, like, as much as I hate that song, it led to a great bit on one of the Sonic Twitter takeovers, where, like, it was one where Tails was co-hosting, and they asked Tails, what does the fox say? And Tails was like, can we legally get away with quoting that song on here? And the answer was no, so he quoted his own theme song from Sonic Adventure 1.
To use your bonbon, press the circle button to equip it, and the circle button again to fire. You can also use it in first person by holding down the L1 button.
Furret has cold pizza and orange soda.
I had a burger that I cooked on a George Foreman grill tonight. You'll be happy to hear that I also used it to cook steaks the other night.
Nice.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, that's why I phrased it with the preface of "You'll be happy to hear."
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part. I'm sorry, because the sound from the game is kind of drowning you out a little bit.
Well, I would have appreciated knowing that.
I just found out. Okay, so sue me. It was.
To be fair,
You had a few minutes to find out.
I didn't notice until just now. I don't know why.
If it makes you feel any better, I can hear you just fine.
I don't know. That is probably just me.
JKR is just deaf.
Shut up, Furret.
What?
Gagatron's patented nanotech system.
Now who's deaf? Oh, that's better.
The audience is now deaf.
Deaf? When did the Grim Reaper show up?
Wrong kind of deaf?
If you haven't played the Ratchet & Clank series, don't get used to this voice for Ratchet.
Oh,
Interesting. You're quite handy with your wrench.
isn't that the voice of Megatron from Beast Wars?
That is David Kaye as Clank, yes.
Nice.
But Ratchet in this game is voiced by Mikey Kelly, who you might know as Michelangelo from the CGI animated Ninja Turtles movie.
This save the solar system stuff anyway.
Nice.
Or if you're, you know, awesome like me, you'll know him as Alistair from the Beautiful Joe series.
Nice.
Nice.
He only voiced him in this game, and from 2 onwards, he would be voiced by James Arnold Taylor.
We are constructing a pristine new world
And as well as in the movie.
Yep. That's included as part of the onwards.
Using highly sophisticated technology.
Furret, smart.
Possibly understand. We will be
Yes, Furret. You're smart. Now go ahead and go play.
Yay!
Also, not so fun fact, it's thanks to that Ratchet & Clank movie not doing so well, commercially or critically, that we never got the Sly Cooper movie we were promised.
Yep.
I know.
And if you don't like
And we were supposed to get an animated series instead, but they haven't said anything about that in like 8 years.
We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
Which is bullshit. Because I actually very thoroughly enjoyed the Ratchet & Clank movie.
Planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot.
Which is hilarious, because before it came out, I never actually played a Ratchet & Clank game.
I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
I mean, there was a tie-in game on PlayStation 4.
Yep. That was my first Ratchet & Clank game.
It's one of the only Ratchet & Clank games that's non-canon.
My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So I agree to take you.
Although, the way that's non-canon is at least interesting, because it sets itself up at the beginning as being non-canon.
Deal.
See, the people at Insomniac were smart and knew that, like, please connect controller number 1.
This could be a problem.
It is connected. It's because the cord came unplugged.
Whoa, this is
Oh.
Anyway,
well,
was
that'll do
it? The movie game is non-canon and set up to be from the beginning because it's being told in hindsight from the perspective of Captain Quark, who's a very unreliable narrator.
Sir,
Nice.
my serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
You're also probably not going to be used to how much of an asshole Ratchet is in the first game.
Most beneficial if resources were not in the city when my workers begin removing it. Preposterous! I will not.
And yes, that is Kevin Michael Richardson as our villain, Chairman Drek.
You have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see
Nice.
what Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out.
You're hearing the Captain Gantu in his voice now, aren't you?
Yup.
Your last chance.
And this was right around, I think, like, same year, if not, like, maybe a year before, that Lilo and Stitch came out.
Really?
No, he's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Actually, now that I think about it, they probably will have been recorded around the same time at the very least, because Ratchet & Clank 1 came out in 2002.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure
Nope.
a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
So, interesting development fact about this game, other than the text not fitting in the text box. For the original version of this game, not the HD remaster that I'm playing, Insomniac went through a lot of different rejected pitches to try and make their next generation platformer after moving on from Spyro. And at one point, they were trying to do like a mix of Zelda and Tomb Raider, where you played as a woman wielding a bow staff as her weapon. It didn't get very far in development, because it was rejected for not being fun enough. But, it's like, you know how a lot of games have sort of in-development titles that don't necessarily reflect what's going to be called in the final release?
Yeah.
Its prototype name was Girl with a Stick.
I like it. I'll take 3 copies. None of
And
them
they ended up
playable.
having to collaborate with Naughty Dog on this game for some assistance on working on PS2 hardware. Because Naughty Dog had already come out with Jak and Daxter by that point.
You are drowned. No big surprise.
Button harder to rise more quickly.
I forgot, this is one of those rare PS2 and PS3 games that actually uses the pressure-sensitive buttons that are only on PS2 and PS3 controllers, and nothing else.
Oh, jeez.
I'll
be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You want to push that button harder.
Yes. You push the button harder, and you go faster.
Push it harder.
Also, Ratchet was purposely designed so he would be appealing to not just, you know, Western gamers, but also to gamers in Japan.
Nice.
Because Insomniac saw how Spyro failed to catch on in Japan, and Crash Bandicoot was massively successful in Japan. Although I would argue that Spyro's failure to catch on in Japan was not due to Spyro's inherent character design, and more due to the fact that Japan got really shitty re-edited versions of Spyro 1 and 2.
That'll do it.
Like, when I say really shitty re-edits, I mean, like, Sparks no longer changes colors when you take a hit. So it's harder to tell how much health you have left. They changed how the camera works. When you charge, you no longer go faster.
Gotta go fast.
It's the opposite of gotta go fast. You don't go fast.
Oh, shit.
You go the opposite of fast.
But yeah, Japanese Spyro is shit, and you should not play it as anything other than a curiosity.
I'm fine, don't worry.
I'm fine.
Was there worry that you weren't fine?
I dropped my headphones. I was trying to reach over to my dresser to get some socks. My feet are starting to get cold.
I don't recommend dropping your phone too often.
Not phone, headphones, you idiot.
I don't recommend doing that too often.
Well, they're wired, so...
I meant calling me an idiot.
Why aren't you using your wireless headphones?
Because these are connected to the computer at the moment, and I just don't feel like putting on the wireless ones.
I'm not an idiot. My mom said so.
I know I am, but what am I? I'd like to thank Maxwell Adams for indirectly giving me one of my go-to comeback lines.
You know what, fuck it, Ari, you convinced me. I'm gonna go hook up my wireless ones just because I'll have a lot more room of motion.
Orange-flavored hiccups.
Orange as in the flavor, as in the fruit, or orange as in the color?
I mean, orange is in the soda.
Is it real orange or is it artificial orange? Like, it's the difference between something being raspberry flavored and something being blue flavored.
How many times have you had orange flavored, orange colored? God damn it, Ari!
It could be Tangelo flavored.
You have brained my dead.
It could be Tangelo flavored. It could be nectarine flavored.
Fanta orange. It says Fanta orange, so I'm just assuming it's orange.
There are other fruits that are orange. Is the point I'm making.
Was the fruit named after the color, or the color named after the fruit?
Its color's in its name, like a lemon.
What's this about lemons?
I got some bargains for you today.
Yes, that's the janitor from Scrubs as the shopkeeper.
Nice.
So, what's this about lemons?
Name me one fruit that's actually blue.
Blue. The Irish bilberry.
I was gonna say, I was hoping one of you would say blueberries, but that's fine.
I knew where that was going, so I avoided it.
I was gonna say blueberries, but then I realized, like, wait a second. Those are
It's a Randy Feltface gag. Blueberries are fucking purple!
Bullshit, they're purple!
Oh, jeez.
But yes, the Irish bilberry is the only naturally occurring blue-colored fruit. Blueberries were bred into existence.
Same with lemons.
Yep.
Lemons do not naturally exist.
Yes. They are an abomination to this world. I would know. I know a lemon.
Do you? I don't.
Imagine knowing a lemon. That must be
Right?
painful.
Yep.
It's my understanding they're royal pains in the ass.
Yes, they are. I don't know when to admit they're wrong.
You know what they say? When life throws a pie at you, you take that and make yourself a tall, cool glass of pie-monade.
God damn it. If life gives you lemons, you better pray to God it gave you some sugar too. Otherwise, your lemonade's gonna suck.
One of the, I wonder if we'll ever meet someone. I wonder if we'll ever meet a lime. Wouldn't that be funny?
I mean, there's a VTuber called Limes. I haven't met her, but I theoretically could.
Is she single?
I don't know. I haven't really watched much of her stuff that wasn't collabs with Vinny because they were both part of Vinesauce. Before Vinesauce, like, kind of stopped being a formal group and more so just a collection of friends that like to do stuff together.
The best kind of group.
Friends who do stuff together.
Oh yeah, her full username is Limalicious. Also, that's the Scrubs janitor again, before he started playing the janitor.
Wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant...
Amazing.
He voices like half the NPCs in this game.
Nice.
And he keeps voicing the plumber throughout the PlayStation 2 trilogy.
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Fun fact, the janitor in Scrubs was originally actually supposed to be a figment of Zach Braff's imagination, but they realized they couldn't keep that gag running.
Yep.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use
But that's why the entire first season Nobody else acknowledges the janitor.
Oh, you mean Dr. Jan Nitor?
Exactly. That also actually became his name later because they realized they didn't have a fucking name for him yet.
Yep.
Mayday, mayday. This is the solar ship Radical. We seem to be under attack from the planet's surface.
Relax, kid.
This is the
Hello
solar
again,
ship
janitor
Radical.
from Scrubs.
Probably in your honor.
Whoa, that was close. Ah!
Pipe down, I can't.
Look, if you got someone on staff, use them.
Unexpected detour. What do you think? See if I can scare up an
The
exhibition.
Ratchet and Clank story.
I keep saying janitor from Scrubs as if he doesn't have the actor doesn't have a name. It's Neil Flynn.
Did you see that guy?
No, it's just the janitor.
Does he? No.
Dr. Jan
I
Etor.
doubt it. He's a pro.
What janitor?
Exactly.
Always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in.
Oh, you mean Dr. Oh, you mean Dr. Jan Nitor?
So freaked out.
There wasn't a janitor in Scrubs.
Gadgetron Infobots
No.
give you coordinates for
No, you're right. It was just a doctor with a very weird name.
You'll need to find a ship to get there.
Just like
That-
Dr.
that doc-
Beardface.
Press and hold the L1 button.
I guess his name was Dr. Etor.
My favorite
Dr.
big
Jan
gag-
Etor.
Yes. I thought Jan was his first name.
My favorite gag from Scrubs was the episode where I want to say it was Rob Lowe. I don't know if he ever actually was in. It was somebody. It was some famous actor was in there, playing one of Sarah Chalk's characters. Again, I'm not good with the names of the characters. But one of her boyfriends. They ended up breaking up, and Zach Braff goes to see him at a bar, and he's got like a full beard. And like the guy goes, "She was everything to me. It feels like it's been weeks since we broke up. It's only been a couple hours." And then Zach Braff goes, which makes the beard all the more impressive, by the way.
Wasn't
By the
I'm
way-
actually involved in a play done by Zach Braff last semester. Not this just coming one that finished, but the one before it.
Nice.
By the way, Sarah Chalk's character's name was Elliot.
Oh, that was
Elliot.
Elliot.
That's right. Yeah.
Elliot. My neighbor fainted too. Hey, you want to go clubbing tonight? And I don't mean dancing. I mean going up to the roof and killing rats.
I also like the whole thing about a Labradoodle.
Watch, this entire series is going to be...
This whole stream's
turning
going to
into all
be...
of us,
It's just going to be us listing our favorite Scrubs things because there's one actor from Scrubs in this game.
yeah. I got an idea. Editing Arikado. Create a counter for every time someone in this call mentions someone from Scrubs. Or
Bro, you're
Scrubs
assuming
bits.
that I'm going to comb through at least 2 hours of footage just to count every time that a reference to Scrubs is made, without me beforehand taking down notes of time code so I know where to reference them. It's like, you see, if I were in a video I'm planning on doing in the future of reviewing Sonic 06, I do plan on counting every loading screen that I encounter. But that's because I'm going to write down where each load screen happened as it happens.
Well, I
mean-
figure with her being ridiculously book smart to the point where she was almost or has almost no interpersonal skills, and you being warm and cuddly as an unpotty trained Labradoodle, as about as useful in high stress medical situations as an untrained Labradoodle, together the two of you would make a barely passable doctor / Labradoodle.
Yeah, he had the best lines in the show.
Yeah, he did.
Dr. Cox was the
Dr.
best part.
Cox.
Like, he really
Yeah.
was.
He would improv a lot of those insults too, based on stuff he would say to his neighbor.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, the only reason I assumed you would be able to do that, Ari, was because years ago during your pre-Arikado days, when you were doing Mega Man X 5. No, not 5. Was it 5 or was it 6? I don't remember. You had a
Fuck if
death
I know.
counter. You had a death counter for every time you died because of some bullshit reason in the game.
Yeah, that was years ago. I don't have that level of patience anymore.
Okay. Excuse me, my lord.
Elliot.
Also, it was probably
her name, by the
X6
way.
because X5 is the one with the least amount of bullshit deaths outside of one specific level.
Yeah, I thought it was X6.
X6 is the shittily designed one. With the fucking spike death traps everywhere in place of actual challenge.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I should know. I've beaten it on original hardware without using the Rookie Hunter mode that's included in the Legacy collections.
Oh, jeez.
Now, granted, I did use the ultimate armor because I am of the belief that you should not play X6 and X7 without cheating to some degree.
Wait,
Otherwise, you
do
will
I
not
to
have
actually
anything.
Have the stream. Am I a fucking dumbass?
Yes.
What did you do?
Do I have to actually have the stream playing to get points?
Probably, yes.
I hate Twitch.
Well, you heard it here, Fur people. Nerd E Furret. I'm sorry. No E Furret is a dumbass.
Well, first of all, it's Snow E for it. You forgot the S.
I did say Snow E Furret.
It cut off the S, so it sounded like you said no E Furret.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh,
Why are you taking my E away from me? It's all I have.
Hello, Placid Moose.
it's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not as...
I love the
As
name
a,
Placid Moose.
I like that name.
Yep, so do I.
They knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Has this ever happened to you?
If we were to have a flock
Yes,
of placid
actually.
mooses, would they be placid
Nothing worse
meese?
than staring down a Blargian Snagglebeast.
Has this ever happened to you? Yes, actually. It was the best Thursday of my life.
Get used to Captain Quark. He's gonna be a recurring character.
Exclusive repair shop from
Hold
Good.
on.
No.
Wait. I love this bit.
Hi to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime or just fighting grime, come to
That
Al's
pained
Moose Center.
laugh right there at his own lame joke. I love it.
Yeah. What do you want to bet the actor behind that was just like,
Do you know what this...
the voice actor behind Captain Quark was just like, God, this is stupid, but yes.
Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
I mean, a lot of the first two, arguably three Ratchet and Clank games are like a lot of jokes and commentaries on early 2000s capitalism
You can count on us, sir.
Right.
and consumerism and stuff, which is why they put literal paywalls where you have to pay the money you've gained just to progress the story.
Your ship is marked with stars.
This guy talks in emojis.
I don't know if I like that or not.
That's no
Cat
good.
wrench box.
He's getting creative with the emojis. I can kind of tell what he means.
Gear thing.
Yes,
gear
bolts.
Thing, money.
Yes, bolts are money. And the previous thing was describing Ratchet using only emojis. Even though there's no emoji for Lombax. So Cat is the closest.
Yeah.
There's no emoji for Lombax yet.
Not
do you
until
wanna bet,
not until Sony buys out whatever company owns the emoji IP that then sublicenses it out to various graphics user interface.
God, I hope they don't. Weren't they responsible for that stupid movie?
See, that's why it would be poetic. It's like George Lucas
Also,
said. It's like poetry. They rhyme.
Also, what do you guys want to bet that Placid Moose here just doesn't speak English, so they're using emojis to convey what they.
I mean, if that's the case, I approve.
So do I.
It's not plastic; it's placid.
No. You are not going to trick me into being racist again.
I didn't. I said placid, mind you. It sounded like plastic when I said placid.
That ain't what I meant, chum.
I wasn't talking about you, Furret. I was talking to Ari.
That's fair.
Hey, thanks for the resub, Mega Man Burger. 28 months in a row. That is...
Nice!
Fuck, I made myself do math. Nobody said there'd be math.
That's 2 years and 2 months. Or 4 months.
4 months, yes. Oh, no.
Rocket ship over planet!
Yes, we are taking the rocket ship to another planet, specifically planet Iridia.
Iridia?
We're taking it to the moon!
I'm pissed on the moon!
I can't wait to see Eggman piss on the moon in live action.
That was a very confusing scene.
You see, you need to do... I feel for the people that don't know their Sonic lore. They're going to go into this not understanding... Like, of course, the movies have their own lore, but not understanding why people are so hyped for this.
Yeah.
Or, like, people that are unfamiliar with Sonic trying to put together why people were begging to see a 12-year-old get shot on screen.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the info.
That is an unfortunate name.
You guys get the epic space battle I was in?
We saw it.
God damn it, I just got it.
My agent and I got ambushed.
Something about an exploding dolphin. No, that's a shark.
Dump the shark?
Oh, it's because of the land sharks in this mission.
If you can take out all
we gotta kill all the land sharks.
hoverboard for you.
This is fun. This is surprisingly fun.
Your boards?
It's like reading hieroglyphics.
You should stick around, Placid Moose.
All right, you just keep that foot elevated.
Hey, we got it.
Nice.
Hooray! What do we win?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
I hate this game! Any game where I don't win something isn't worth it!
Yes, now I have to
Skateboard
get
king.
my... Now I have to,
thumbs up.
Now I have to, get my, hand cam set up so I can do a fortune reading.
Nice!
Also, where are the hams?
Do it!
Hams.
The hams have not been steamed yet.
Well,
isn't Amy Rose like 12? Isn't that a weird thing to say? Smush her with my thighs.
No, it does. No, it says that about Rouge, and it's from the age, and he wants to be red.
The Rouge. I didn't see the Rouge part. I'm sorry.
Furret, how many times do I have to tell you?
All I saw was smush me with her thighs, Amy Rose. Okay?
Why do we associate ourselves with you, Furret?
I haven't figured it out yet, to be honest. Also, technically, she is of age in the comics now because they kind of aged all of them up. But still.
because they got rid of official ages as far as the character bios go because it was causing too many problems.
But I agree. Rouge could smush me with her thighs.
Tell me, Bird, are you a boob guy or an ass guy?
Honestly, I've never really been a big fan of boobs, and I don't know why. So I guess of the two, I would say butt.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't care either way, but
Oh, I see. You're after something. You're after something completely different.
Yes, thighs are an option as well.
yeah, exactly.
But I think,
All right, let's,
I think Furret, knowing Furret, he'd probably go lower. I'm not gonna elaborate why. He knows.
Shiny?
Yeah,
The happy hole?
I wasn't talking about that, Furret. You're the one who's. Besides, that's actually higher than the thighs, depending on where you're looking.
I do like a nice pair of legs.
can we stop
I can
this?
crawl up them.
Yes, please, let's stop this, because the joke.
You're the one who started it!
Hey, I started the joke, yes, but I didn't expect it to go this far.
I'm trying to keep it from going further.
I gotta re-add my webcam as a source, because it's not showing up as a source.
Uh-oh!
Well, I mean, the
Arikado
source is
used
showing
cinema.
up, but the
It's not there
webcam's
yet.
not doing the webcam thing. There we go.
What the? There we go. There
It's
we
a
go.
phone!
Yes, it is a phone.
I was promised tarot cards.
Yes, I got fix some things about this.
Or marshmallow hell, I'm not picky. I like this Mega Man.
Your
burger, Zach.
question on my server was Marshmallow Hell, which is technically, since you submitted that one first by purely technical means, then that is the one I shall answer, because I can only read one fortune at a time. As how fortune reading goes. All right. There we go. Now, let's get this out.
That is an adorable tarot deck.
It's official, too.
Nice.
It's official.
And the enclosed instruction book is written in first person by Amy.
Nice.
Like, you know, real life written by Ian Flynn, of course. But as far as the perspective, it's from Amy's perspective. Just gotta shuffle these from last time. In the future, I'm probably gonna save these for, like, the end of the stream, but I wanted to do this now while Mega Man Burger's still here, because he doesn't get to show up all that often.
Yeah.
Is it weird? I'm kind of disappointed they're not written by Cindy Robinson.
Yes.
Yes, because she's not the lore master of the series.
No, but she is Amy Rose.
Yeah, but just because she's
Now,
the
she
voice
could
of
do
Amy
an
Rose-
audiobook version of it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want a 3-card, 6-card, or 7-card reading? If you don't answer, then you're getting a 3-card reading. 6-card. Okay, this is... I was gonna say this is my first time doing a 6-card reading, but then I remembered this is only my second time doing a reading.
Pick a card, any card, any card, pick a card, pick a card, card.
All right, I'm gonna start laying down cards. You tell me when to stop 6 times, okay? This is gonna be weird through text. I'm gonna go by when it shows up in the chat, okay? Alright, so that'll be this one.
They said stop.
Yes, that was the first one. They have to do it 6 times. Because they say 6-card reading.
I understand things.
All right, 4 more times. I gotta make sure I don't read the same message twice, because I am prone to doing that.
Stop.
All right, halfway done.
Stoop.
Soup.
All right.
Stoop and step. Step.
Okay, so just those last 3. Okay.
Yes, a
All right.
stoop is a step.
Now let's arrange them in the proper format. I should probably move my model a bit. So you can actually see the cards.
If you need to make me invisible, go right ahead.
No, it's my model that's in the way. I'll just layer it on top of me.
Go! Oh god! Is my Pokeball loose?
No, Furret. It's just the Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights.
You got the order of that. You got the ordering of the scene wrong again, Furret. Hey, Awfully Hot Coffee Pot. I'm just doing a 6-card reading for Mega Man Burger about whether Rouge will become real and give him marshmallow hell. All right, first card. This is Companions.
I like where this is going for you.
Second card. I should point out, Companions is in the, I believe this is hero position.
To put this in a PG way, Awfully Coffee Pot, I'm probably the worst person to do this. But let's just say Marshmallow Hell is when she sits upon you with a certain part of her.
No, it's when you get a face full of booba. You can say this.
Yes.
I was trying to keep it PG for the Sonic.
This is an 18
audience.
plus stream, my dude.
Yes.
You never know. You never know.
All right, so Judgment in hero position.
Fine. It's when you smash her, when she smashes you in the face with her boobs.
Gaia in the hero position.
Which technically are not marshmallow colored.
Knight of Fire in the dark position. Hey, Kier.
Got home, man.
2 of Fire in the dark position. And
Nice.
7 of Fire in the dark position. All right, now let's see what the fuck any of these mean. All right, first one, Companions. That's going to be in the major fortunes.
You will be very, very rich, but you're gonna be sad about it.
All right, Companions. Let's see.
You're gonna die, but you're gonna be
die in
about
7
it.
days.
Hey, he's gonna be happy about it too.
Or no, it's you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've actually seen a Harry Potter movie. And I have all of them on DVD.
Same.
I just haven't bothered to queue one up for a while. Not for
I have a foreign copy of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on DVD.
Nice.
We picked it up at a thrift store. I had to do some Googling to figure out where it's from, and you will not believe where it's from.
Where's it from?
Japan.
North Korea.
I was close.
Yeah, right. Also, the fuck?
Companions. This is one of my favorite cards. It's all about warmth, friendship, and good times. It's a celebration of the joy that comes from being together with the ones you love and who you love in return. Okay, so for hero position, which is what we got. No, wait.
In this case,
this is dark position. I got my readings backwards. So, okay, just gotta know that going forward. So dark draw, it feels like a dark cloud has passed in front of your sunny day. You're having a hard time looking on the bright side of life. This card is to remind you that the sun is still there and there's goodness to be had. You're just having trouble seeing it right now. I'm sure you'll find it again. So, my guess in regards to this specific, if I had for this specific instance, this would mean that you've been going through some tough times, but you potentially have a face full of bat boob to look forward to.
Bat boob. Na 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 na.
Next one, Judgment in Dark Position. Judgment can sound like a harsh word, but it's just something we all need from time to time. We must look at ourselves, look at where we are, and decide if everything is as it should be. Sometimes this can bring about a change, so we didn't know we needed until we judged it so. So for Dark Position, it's you're not sure what to do. Maybe it's because you haven't been paying attention and you're missing some key factors. Or maybe you don't believe in yourself. It's hard to make a decision when you don't trust your own judgment. Either way, it's not too late to reassess.
Oh, God. Sorry, I just want to comment on the fact that I read what Awfully Coffee Pot was saying in the chat.
JKR and JK Rowling.
I was like legit gonna point out, I'm pretty sure JKR is a dude.
Yeah, JKR, when he chose his username, was not aware of anything regarding the revelations about JK Rowling. Or, aware of the fact that his chosen username had the same initials.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I picked this name, I picked it I picked it years before the controversy came out. And two, when I picked the name, I wasn't thinking J.K. Rowling until somebody at a con I went to, because Furret introduced me as JKR when I was dressed as the Joker at a con. Someone at a booth actually said, J.K. Rowling, I love those books. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
Okay, anyway. So
back to the bat boobs.
Back to the bat boobs. With this reading, I'm guessing that would be so with the first reading, it was like you've had some trouble going on in your life, but you've got something to look forward to. With this, adding on to that, you're not sure what you need to do. But there's some signs that might be right in front of you. Maybe two big ones. Next one, Gaia in the Dark Draw. Here we are at the end of the major fortune cards. It's been quite a journey, right? So it makes sense that the final card is about completion and fulfillment. Take a look back at all you've done and all you've learned, then use that as context for everything else. It's not over yet. There are still things left unfinished, or there's no sense of closure. You could call it quits here, but you'll feel unresolved and unfulfilled. You have to see things through to their proper conclusion. Keep at it. I believe in you.
Wow,
that's self-explanatory. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Amy believes in you. Amy believes you're going to get them bat boobies.
Yeah. All right. Knight of Fire. I should... this is a sign that I didn't shuffle these well enough, because they're all, right next to each other.
Oops.
Okay, Knight in the hero draw. You're like Gardon. You are fearless. You're passionate about your cause and will energetically tackle any trial. While this card is attractive for its razzle-dazzle themes of action and adventure, its real heart is fearlessness. Just make sure you're not being reckless. It's easy to confuse the two.
Live and learn.
So basically, seize life by the horns, or seize the bat by the boobas. But don't get reckless, or it may end badly for you.
Yes.
Okay, Two of Fire in the hero draw.
It is
You've got a plan. So now, the fact that this is all lining up. You got a plan, so now it's time to follow through. Step out of your comfort zone with confidence. This card has far-reaching meanings. It could simply be a sign that you need to make a minor decision, or it could indicate something as grand as leaving home. It's all about how the draw fits into your context.
Yeah.
And lastly, the 7 of fire in the hero draw. Things are getting rough, but you're meeting them head on. That's not all you're meeting head on. Your guard is up and you're staying in control. This card says you're maintaining discipline, though you may be on the defensive. That's understandable, but don't be afraid to accept a helping hand.
Oh my god.
So basically, what I'm getting from that is you are, stealing yourself for what's coming towards you. But hey, don't be afraid to let a brother help out with this,
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna take a moment to mute my microphone. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
This is the best addition to my streams ever.
I'm back.
This is the best thing I could have possibly added as a redeem. Where the fuck did I put the book? There the fuck I put the book.
No.
Oh god, another one! And the topic will be voice acting. And Mega Man Burger, you were not my first one. That would be Kier last time I streamed, before I had to end, before I was getting sick. Because I was getting sick, he got the first one. Let me try, These are thick cards, so it's kind of hard to shuffle them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was fun playing Ratchet and Clank, but
yeah, right.
Welcome to the Ari Reads People's Fortune Show.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Eat the fuck. Eat the fuck.
Oh god.
I'm gonna say it. Never in my life did I ever think I would ever be part of a stream in which someone reads fortune about whether or not someone's gonna get the fat jugglies. But here we are.
Just stop it, Furret. Just stop, because you're making me laugh my ass off. I can't breathe.
You think I can?
All right.
The one who breaks out the fits of laughter at the dumbest things. Almost every fucking stream.
Sir or madam, do you acquire medical resistance?
I require
Alright, so
alcohol.
3-card reading with the 4th card, 6th card, and 2nd card. That is not how counting works. I'll try. So that one, I'm guessing you mean like you mean after each draw. Okay.
Damn it.
All right, hopefully these are
God damn.
And I'm the one who's not okay for Rouge.
You're never okay for any of the female Sonic characters.
To be fair,
now that's not true. He's perfectly okay for Cream.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? If you're not okay for Cream, then we need to have a chat right over there.
Speaking of which, I actually did see the movie theater that I went to today. They were selling a couple of Cream Funko Pops.
Did they have any Rouge the Bat?
No, they did not.
Then I'm not interested.
Just saying.
Right, I'm gonna put on some
okay.
music for this so we don't just have
That's
awkward
okay.
silence in the background.
Yeah, that okay. Her pop's not actually out yet. I actually have it pre-ordered though.
All right, our first card is the 3 of Fire in the hero draw. Second one is the 4 of 5. This is going to be very... I shuffled them properly this time. It's still coming out like this. Let me guess. 5 of fire?
I guess.
Time. Okay.
Oh, great. We got some Mephiles the Dark bullshit getting end up in here.
I mean, it's an owl on the card, not Mephiles the Dark, because he's isolated to his own Splinter timeline now, where he is the only thing in existence.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That is the canon as of Shadow Generations. Okay, 3 of fire in the hero draw. You look to the horizon and see room to quickly expand. This card suggests proactive foresight. That doesn't just mean thinking through what's coming next. It also means considering how you can develop the situation from there. That's a broad concept, so reflect on how it best fits you.
Nice.
4 of fire in hero draw. It's a homecoming. Everyone's getting together to celebrate. This card at its core is about the happiness and high spirits that come from someone returning. Is it referring to you? Are you expecting someone you haven't seen in a long time? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
We're playing Dragon Ball Z next?
You know, I actually might. It's been a while since I've done one. Stream of Kakarot.
I like the parts with Android 18.
We're on the Androids arc. Actually, we're about to enter the Cell Saga.
Actually, I was about to say she's the only character I actually have an action figure of, but that's a lie because I have Cell too.
But yeah, we're about to enter the Cell Saga where we left off. Time. Hero draw. Changes on the horizon. Maybe you saw it coming. Maybe not, but you should be ready for it. Pay attention to where you've been and think about where you want to be. You'll be making that journey soon. You got Dragon Ball Bulma in the desert outfit. Desert outfit's an underrated outfit of hers.
I like Dragon Ball Bulma. I don't much care for Dragon Ball Z Bulma. Is that weird?
Given that Dragon Ball Bulma is canonically 16 at the start, it depends on which part of the timeline in Dragon Ball you're talking about.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner of shame. I always thought she was of age the entire series.
She very clearly says that she's 16 early on.
Look, it has been a long time since I've watched Dragon Ball.
All right, back to Ratchet and
All
Clank.
I know is she's voiced by Monica Rial, doing a very Monica Rial.
Well, she's doing an impression of Tiffany Vollmer, who was the previous Bulma, and Tiffany Vollmer is doing an impression of the ocean voice for Bulma, who I cannot remember the name of. So, Monica Rial's doing an impression of an impression, and a damn good one at that.
I love Monica Rial. I do. She's one of my favorite voice actresses. But she's one of those that, like, every voice she does sounds almost exactly the same.
I wouldn't say that, but it's one of the... I wouldn't go that far, but I will say you can usually tell when it is Monica Rial, even if it's her putting on a completely different type of voice.
For example, Black Butler. It's very clearly Monica Rial doing a bad Cockney accent. Don't get me wrong. As I said, I actually very thoroughly enjoyed Monica Rial's work. She's one of few voice actresses I have 3 autographs of. Or 3 or more, I should say.
I was gonna say, like, if you want to hear what old Monica Rial, every voice that she did sounded the same, was like, just look at her performance as Hyatt from Excel Saga. She used to be known for doing really high-pitched, squeaky voices.
Yep, she is also the Christian girl from Ghost Stories.
Yeah, that's the voice that she would do for, like, everything, because that's all anyone ever asked of her. It wasn't until she played Bulma that she got to flex her range a bit.
Yep. However, you do hear a bit of her Monica Rial voice in that Ghost Girl too, because at one point her voice cracks and she says something. Fuck, I forget the line, but like it cracks and she has that very shrillness voice that Monica Rial tends to do for a lot of her characters nowadays.
So, Ari, you gonna drink that coffee?
Yes.
I have to look up the line.
Also,
I drank the coffee.
Good. Just out of curiosity, the Devil Trigger song you had playing during the fortune reading.
That was by Little V.
I thought so.
That was what introduced me to Little V.
Oh wow.
Because he made that like right after the full song came out, before Devil May Cry 5 came out.
Because I remember my first introduction to him was through something you sent me, which was Eggman.
Yeah, he made that after Devil Trigger. Because Devil Trigger was the first of his metal covers to go viral.
I see, said the blind man to his deaf wife.
I'm trying to think what all I have Monica Rial's autograph on.
I mean, I've got her autograph on my copy of Ghost Stories, which, you know, is hilarious.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them the story with that one?
I don't know if I should.
Or do you want me to tell this? That's true, yeah. We can tell Ari later, at least.
We'll tell Ari later, yeah.
Yeah. But I said I know the person I have the most autographs from is Carolina Ravassa, the voice of Sombra, and at least one of them was by accident.
The person I have the most autographs from is Derek Stephen Prince, and it's because he showed up at the same local con 2 years in a row.
Nice. The second most autographs I have is Sharami Lay.
Actually, no, he's tied with Jeremy?
Paul Sharami?
No. I'm talking about
No, sorry, I was talking.
And her name is pronounced Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Jeremy Lee.
Okay. Continue with your story, I'm sorry.
I remembered he's in a three-way tie with Paul St. Peter, because I got 2 autographs from him at the same con. And Joshua Seth, because my stepmother saw that I had one of his autographs on my wish list from when he used to sell autographs on his website.
Nice.
Before he just moved to doing cameos. And she not only bought me, an autograph from him as the voice of Ty that was personalized to me, but she also bought one of his self-help books and had him autograph it and write like a self-empowerment message in it on the inside front cover.
Nice.
Because it's easy to forget that Joshua Seth was out of the voice acting game for a while, and in that time, he became a motivational speaker slash hypnotist.
Nice. I say with Carolina Ravassa, I have my Overwatch poster signed by her. I have a little tiny Sombra figure signed by her. That was the one that was by accident, by the way. I'll get to that story in a minute. And I have a Scandalous poster of Sombra signed by her. I say scandalous, but like she's not nude or anything. She's just in her undies.
Okay.
The funny part is it's actually like an official artwork done by one of the Overwatch animators.
My autographs from Paul St. Pete.
And then I have a picture of Carolina Ravassa herself that she signed and put a personal message on because during one of her panels for a movie that she made, I came up and said how the movie really touched me because it dealt with like suicidal thoughts and all that stuff. And how Sombra was one of the things that helped me get over my depression and suicidal thoughts. So it meant a lot seeing a movie with Carolina Ravassa in it, you know, touching on that. So she said I was very brave for doing that during the panel, and gave me a free autograph with a motivational message on it. I'll show it to you another time.
And we got an answer from Kier on who the OG Bulma was. Technically not the OG Bulma, but Ocean Bulma was Lalina Lindbergh. I butchered that pronunciation. I don't care.
The story with the free autograph is I honestly forgot I had the tiny figure with me when I went to her panel. And when I was talking to her after the panel, she saw I had the figure in my hand and said, "Did you want me to sign that?" I was like, and she goes, "Here," and took it from me and signed it for free. Yeah.
If you want to talk OG Bulma, as far as English dubs go, technically, you know, if you want to be technically correct, the best kind of correct, the answer is Wendy Lee from the short-lived Harmony Gold dub.
Nice. Back before
who would later go on to voice Bulma
sure.
in the alternate English dub of Dragon Ball Super that was only aired in Asia.
Damn.
So she started Bulma, and then she got to voice her again, like, a good 30 years later.
Welcome to the Captain Quark discourse. If you're strong
well, X-Card on you.
and clever enough to beat
Yes, X-Card on me.
you will
Cherami, you said her name is? I'm not good with that name. Cherami, her autograph I have on a tiny little picture of Sailor Venus that someone got me as a gift.
But we have more pressing
I have it on a poster of her character from Boruto. That was like a freebie that she was giving away at one of her booths at a convention a few years ago. And then I also have it on my copy of Sailor Moon Season 1 and my copy of Cat Planet Cuties.
Numbskull, it's a robot.
So I guess she's tied with Carolina Ravassa. And then next in line is Amelie with 3 autographs, which is her U2's figure of Monarch, a copy of My Dress Up Darling, and a copy of One Piece Red.
Neat.
Yep. And then in 4th place is Christina V with 2 autographs. One on a Shantae Pop figure, and then one on Sailor Moon, Season 1.
I would love to meet Christina V and get her autograph.
She was an absolute gem. My only regret is I didn't go back to her booth on Sunday and get her to sign the what do you call it? Hell of a Boss poster that I had, since she's the voice of Verosica. It didn't cross my mind at the time. And yet I went to Stryker's booth and got a freaking contract signed with him. I hate that, by the way. For the record, for anyone who doesn't know me, I absolutely hate having anything personalized when it comes to autographs. I just don't like personalization. Because like my mindset is, if something happens to me, my family's going to want to sell that stuff, kind of deal. Yeah. And you can't really sell personalized stuff, or you can, but the profit goes way down.
Right.
Well, when I went to his booth, I saw that he had a contract thing going on with Stryker, and I thought that's really cool. Yeah, I'll have him sign that. And then he turned it around and had me sign it, so I just signed it Furret.
By the way, which Stryker are we talking about?
Stryker from Hell of a Boss.
Okay, because my thought,
and for the record, not Norman
when you say Stryker like that, my thought goes to Stryker from Mortal Kombat.
Yep. Funny story, that's actually partially why I love the character of Stryker. Is because he shares that name with one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. You'll like Stryker when you finally get to watch Hell of a Boss.
I'm sure I will.
Which, fun fact, in his very first appearance, he's voiced by Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus, star of the famous multimedia project, and by multimedia project I mean only released in one medium, so not multimedia at all. Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus, also known as Death Stranding.
Yep.
Let's see. Hey Ari, I got a question for you.
Captain Quark knows about us?
I might have an answer.
Would you be... do you have any interest in getting Jason Isaacs' autograph?
Yes, I do. There is one specific character he voices that I doubt he remembers that I would love his autograph for.
Is it Castlevania related?
Yes, it is Satan from Castlevania Lords of Shadow 1 and 2.
Nice! Is there like a local con or something you're planning to go to there, JKR?
No, Furret, if you look at the announcements from GalaxyCon OKC, he's actually going to be making an appearance there.
Yeah.
I just happened to get the email.
They just announced him. Holy shit. Oh, Jason Isaacs! I am a moron.
Hey, you said it, not me.
You've said it several times this stream.
Sad part is I'm trying to like distance myself from Harry Potter right now, just cause. Otherwise, I would absolutely get him to sign something Lucius Malfoy related, or have him sign my Harry Potter box set.
I'm probably gonna have him.
Actually, holy shit! I forgot I had his son's autograph. Well, not his son, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Tom Felton?
Yeah.
I've never met Tom Felton, but I have met a guy at a convention who looked suspiciously like Tom Felton, and his cosplay was Tom Felton look-alike.
Nice.
Let's see, but yeah, as I was trying to say for it, there are other roles that he played.
Oh, I know. He's Ozai.
Yeah.
Fire Lord Ozai. Or no, that's Mark Hamill. He's the general. That's right. He was the general in season 1 of Avatar.
General Shao?
Yeah.
I think that was his name.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
Funny thing is, Jason Isaacs is actually on my list of who I would personally want to voice the 13 original Primes. So,
Mega Man Murder, you'll have to get in line to smash Helga, given that it's heavily implied, if not outright stated, that Helga and Captain Quark are smashing on the regular.
I forgot he was in The Patriot.
I can't wait until I find a good opportunity to stream Lords of Shadow 1 at the very least, which is it's a much longer game than it needs to be in terms of, like, its story progression, but, like, just for the way that Satan is presented in that game, he's, like, have you ever heard the TV tropes term giant space flea from nowhere?
Fuck, I dropped my phone.
That's not an answer.
I don't know. That's a no for me. I've never heard it.
Basically, it's like, you know, when a boss or otherwise unmentioned villain makes a sudden appearance and everyone's like, oh, it's that guy, even though he's never been built up to. Satan is that in Lords of Shadow 1. He just appears at the very end as the final boss, and it reveals that he was the one manipulating everything all along, and you don't even know that it's Satan at first because of how vaguely presented he is. Like, you look at him and you don't think Satan. You think, God damn it, Hideo Kojima definitely worked on this because he's a naked man.
Yeah.
He is a naked man censored by a conveniently following cloud of smoke.
You have a map available to you at all times.
Oh, that's interesting.
Select button to view a map of this.
I didn't know this, but apparently he was in. He was the voice of the judge in Castlevania, in the anime series on.
Yeah, he was the judge in season 3.
Oh, okay.
I want to see if he. I want to see if he remembers voicing Satan in the Lords of Shadow games. Like, hi, Mr. Isaacs. I really loved when you played the literal fucking devil.
You're gonna have to be a lot more specific, love. I've been the devil in a lot of things. Oh,
the devil
you meant in a Oh, you meant in general, or in an actual role I played.
Let's see. According to behind the voice actors, he was also the voice of Ra's al Ghul in Batman Under the Red Hood. I think I have that movie.
That I knew too. If you don't, you can get it relatively cheap.
Sure, I have it. Let me check my back area. I'll be back, guys.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right? No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot.
I feel called out by this guy, and I don't know why.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw...
Oh, hell yes!
You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark.
Blu-ray edition.
Help us.
Has-Been Hotel has won an award.
Nice.
Best voice acting from Jeremy Jordan, voice of Lucifer.
Oh, cool.
7.66.
Back at ya.
But speaking of Has-Been Hotel Vibsy, we're getting Senmis tomorrow.
Since he's a 766,
oh, nice.
Yeah, they just announced. Yeah, they just announced.
I'll just need my fee.
That it's coming out tomorrow night.
But yeah, so I do have a copy. I knew I had a copy of Under the Red Hood, but I wasn't absolutely certain. But now I know that I have one, and I'm definitely going to have Jason Isaacs sign this, because it's probably one of the few, because it's something not, one, it's not Star Wars related, because he was also a voice in Star Wars Rebels.
The Inquisitor,
and, yeah, he was the Grand Inquisitor, but yeah. But... oh, he was apparently Sinestro in Emerald Knights from the old Green Lantern animated feature.
I would like to state for the record that this is probably the first video in Arikado's history in which I am not the one looking up a person's acting roles quite feverishly.
Yes.
Sorry.
That is that's not an apology. It's just funny. It's not something to apologize
Yeah, exactly.
for.
It's not something to apologize for. I was just finding it funny.
Yeah. I should be. Here's the thing, though. I'm a moderator, so I should be paying attention to the damn chat.
What do I pay you for?
You don't pay me anything.
He doesn't pay you? That sucks. Incidentally, thanks for last night's paycheck, man. I really needed that.
No problem. Sorry I was a bit late on it. You know,
That's
funds
fine.
have been tight. Revenue's been
I got
down.
you. No worries.
Had to deal with all of that fallout from the incident.
Oh, yeah. I kind of feel bad. What incident?
So many dead Gatomon.
Oh, yeah. A moment of silence for all the Gatomon. Well, that was fun.
I remember it like it was yesterday. That's because it was yesterday.
I was gonna say it was the day before today. I remember it like it was yesterday. Get into the water! They can't see us if we're wet!
There they are! They're easier to see now that they're wet!
God damn it, I miss those days.
I kind of don't. There's a lot of things about that show that I regret being involved with, which, you know, given that I was the showrunner, makes it worse.
Oh shit, he's in Baldur's Gate 3. Jason Isaacs, not whatever it was we were just talking about. He's actually like one of the main bad guys of Baldur's Gate 3. That's nice.
Let's see.
All right, I'm actually gonna put my phone away so that I'm not that guy.
Yes, please do not be that guy. We've already got one of those guys here tonight.
Hey! Incidentally, yeah, I think I will have him sign like a poster of Avatar, or my like complete box set of Avatar, just so I can start that collection going. Now, if they would just announce the voice of Sailor Jupiter.
Hope you get through my Mega Man burger. I was joking about all that stuff that I was dealing with, my dude. It was a bit. I didn't mean to actually concern you.
We're all going through some shit, except for Ari, who isn't going through anything at all.
Yeah.
Period.
I just have to have to drive to a restaurant that I don't know the location of off the top of my head to meet with some family tomorrow.
I do this.
That's what Google Maps is for.
Yep. I have points again.
Not good for you.
I feel bad about the fact that I have to shoot all the robot dogs, because I hate killing dogs in video games.
I'm going to point this out. That is one thing. That is one thing I'm absolutely loving about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is you can scare the dogs away and you don't have to kill them.
That's one thing that I have to praise Metal Gear Solid 3 for having the foresight to do all the way back in 2004, was that you can just tranquilize the dogs. And they are the one kind of animal in the game that you're not allowed to eat.
God damn, that was a weird game.
Yeah, if you thought that was weird, be thankful I wasn't playing the PlayStation 2 version, which has the Ape Escape side mode.
Do you get to eat the monkeys?
No, but you do have to tranquilize and then capture all the monkeys.
Well, what fun is the game if you can't eat the monkeys? What the fuck does your streams make me say?
Oh, and also the PS2 version and none of the HD versions has an Easter egg where if you save right after the torture sequence while you're in the jail cell and then turn off the console and then load up your save, you'll enter a nightmare sequence that plays like Devil May Cry. Where you're killing vampires, because the nightmare is due to Big Boss's canonical fear of vampires, and specifically Dracula's. And
nice.
The movie that, if you save in that prison cell, the movie that paramedic describes to Big Boss to get his mind off the pain of being tortured is Dracula.
Wow.
Also, there's a, I don't know if I told you this fun fact about Hideo Kojima's original unhinged plans for Metal Gear Solid 3, which, you know, that he has many unhinged plans for Metal Gear games that end up not making it into the final product.
He has many unhinged plans. That's literally all you needed to say.
But especially when it comes in regards to Metal Gear Solid, is with the boss, in the final battle, right before the fight starts, she unzips her bodysuit to show you, like, the scar she has from when she had to have a C-section on the battlefield because she was giving birth in the middle of a fight.
Oh, jeez.
Like, in the middle of D-Day, I think it was.
Oh, shit.
And, his original plan was for her to have, like, exaggerated jiggle physics whenever she shot her gun with her bodysuit unzipped for the rest of the fight, so it would make it look like the snake-shaped C-section scar she has was wiggling and laughing.
Is Hideo Kojima okay?
He's never been okay.
Has anyone checked on him in the last 5 minutes?
He's never been okay.
Hideo Kojima,
and that's why we love him.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant.
Hideo Kojima, if you're out there, we're all very concerned about you. Please don't change.
As you can see, everything is moving.
When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
Former commander can tell you.
Sorry, that was great.
The timing is perfect as usual.
Well, the timing was good, but also just the smack whacking the other robot dead. That got
yeah, the humor's very hit and miss in the first Ratchet and Clank, but the slapstick usually works better than, like, a lot of the more verbal jokes.
Seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade him where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
Alright, so we've done everything on this planet.
Even the thing?
I no longer wish to live on this planet.
Furret, I got info for you, Ratatoska. The new update for Squirrel with a gun is out.
Wow, I'm just gonna go ahead and just be the one to correct BKR on a voice line for once.
What?
It's I don't want to live on this. It's I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That's exactly what I just said.
No, you said I no longer wish to live on this planet.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was paraphrasing. Was not trying to quote. I was just paraphrasing the meme.
Sure you were. Wink.
Hell, if I happened to remember the meme correctly, then that would have been a bonus. But I was not really paying much attention to that. I was just shredding something as I came back online.
I still actually need to get Squirrel with a gun itself. I still don't actually have Squirrel with a gun. But good to know there's DLC out for it.
Well, what are you waiting for, Fur? Go get it.
Okay.
Just go outside, grab a squirrel. Just go outside, grab a squirrel, and give it a gun. It's not that hard.
Simple as that. It's easy, Bert.
Fun fact about Marvel Rivals. There is actually a 1 in 10 chance that one of the squirrels that Squirrel Girl will throw down will be holding a gun. I shit you not, that's a thing. People have posted pictures of it.
Oh, God, that's just funny.
It's a 1 in 10 chance, like it very rarely happens in game.
Fun fact about Sonic CD. CD's nuts.
Oh, you mean these nuts?
Were you enjoying these hot nuts that I gave you? And yes, I am giving the shippers more fuel for the fire.
I haven't even, funny, fuel for the fire. But yeah, I haven't even broken into the bag yet. I have not really had much time to enjoy these nuts. With everything going on this past week. Because I had the EMG done on Tuesday, and it is pretty much confirmed that it is a pinched nerve, not a dead one, so that's good there.
Good.
So they suggested I see an orthopedic specialist. So I have to call the hospital and find out, is there someone there Like, is there someone in the orthopedic department that takes my insurance? You know, so on and so forth. Like, what needs to be done, basically. But
to answer Q's question, the nuts are not honey flavored. They are Taki's hot nuts. I saw them while we were out grocery shopping, me and my mother, preparing for JKR's arrival. And I was like, I have to get these. The joke writes itself.
But yeah, then of course, I had other things I was doing this week. And the depressive funk I found myself in after I came home didn't help matters either. But thankfully I'm better now.
But actual fun fact about Sonic CD, in the prototype versions of the game, if you go to a special stage, you will get a message on screen that says, the programmer falls asleep. The programmer falls asleep. Hang in there, programmer. Which I think goes to show, like, the kind of work culture over at Sega. Like, oh no, we have people falling asleep on the job from being overworked trying to get out Sonic games in unreasonably short deadlines. Better put in a message to mock them for falling asleep on the job. And to think, nothing has changed in 31 years since.
Yep.
And only applies to Sonic Team, not to the Yakuza studio. Now, how did I learn this fun fact? Answer. I was watching a Phalus video today about Rap City Street Kids, and he threw in a gag that went, the animator falls asleep. Hang in there, animator. I was like, why does that sound familiar? So I Googled that. And it brings up the trivia from Sonic CD's prototype versions. I'm like, oh, that was a very elaborate reference to Sonic CD. Okay.
It's Phalus, so that doesn't surprise me in the least. That man goes out of his way to make references, and I'm here for it.
The man goes out of his way to collect Dingo Pictures movies in physical copies, rather than just, like, it's thanks to Phalus that we have a rip of the English dub of, like, half of these Dingo Pictures movies. Because back in my pre-Arikado days, when me and my cousin wanted to do a riff on Vabu, the cheeky raccoon, the Swedish dub was the only one that had been found at that point. So I started getting comments later on after Phalus reviewed the English dub of Vabu the Cheeky Raccoon, asking why didn't you riff on the English dub? I'm like, because it was lost media at that point, my dude. Let me travel forward in time 2 or 3 years to when the English dub is readily available on the internet. And then take that back in time to record a riff.
Is Phalus still married to Obscurus Lupa?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they still regularly collab with each other, too.
Nice. I've really kind of fallen out of that entire crowd.
Same here.
Like, I haven't seen anything from any of them in a long time.
I only occasionally see Phalus things because the YouTube algorithm says so.
I mean, I'll watch AVGN, wrong guy. Angry Joe's annual worst and best of videos, but that's about
Angry
it.
Joe's, I've never understood the hype for Angry Joe. Especially when the thing that killed my respect for him was when Bayonetta's original voice actress came out with a lie about being underpaid for playing Bayonetta and her being fired from the role for refusing to take a low pay. And, you know, it was exposed that she was lying about it, and Angry Joe was still taking her side and saying, like, you know, you should boycott Bayonetta 3, when he previously had said that you should never boycott games because it just hurts the developers. I'm like, it's one or the other, Joe. And also, you're siding with someone who was exposed for being full of shit.
Yeah, I hate everything here. I do not like the...
I hate everything. I hate everything, just he's focused on doing his podcast now rather than stuff for his main YouTube. Well, the podcast is his main YouTube channel now. The only thing he's uploaded all year was a video about the final Destiny 2 expansion.
I have really not really cared about his opinion at a long-ass time, because for one thing, he reviewed, and I say reviewed...
Let me guess, The Last Jedi review, because even he thinks he did a bad job at that.
No, it wasn't that, honestly. Of all things, it was Bionicle, Mask of Light. When he reviewed that, like, he was looking at it from an outsider's perspective, which is fair, but the problem is his opinion was shit.
Downtime is killing me.
Well, he was also looking at it from the perspective of someone who watched it growing up and didn't remember anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we saw you on that info. Your skid's aging.
Yeah, like, a lot of people thought that shouldn't have been part of his Search for the Worst series, because at that time in the series, it was the whole gimmick of Search for the Worst is that he was going through the bottom 100 rated movies on IMDb and trying to find which of those was truly the worst movie of all time, and then he just threw Bionicle Mask of Light in there for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Because then that kind of, when I found that out, I was just like, yeah, this kind of makes me realize that I do not like that. I don't give a shit about this guy's opinion anymore. He can go burn a hole for all I care.
People are allowed to have differing opinions.
No, I know he's allowed to have different opinions. It's just for whatever reason he decided to throw Mask of Light in there when it's not actually among the movies.
I mean,
that he's,
to also be charitable towards him, he doesn't like most of his early content like that anyways.
That's fair.
If I remember correctly, he said himself that Search for the Worst didn't really find its footing until he covered Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Yeah, that was the one I actually did like. Because it was like, okay, yeah, this guy actually knows what he's talking about with this movie, because it's a fucking shit movie.
And now we know that Daddy Derek's a massive piece of shit.
Yep.
What? In case you weren't aware of why Daddy Derek's a massive piece of shit, apart from false copyright striking people that post negative video reviews of Cool Cat Saves the Kids, and going so far as to impersonate a law firm to try and bully I Hate Everything into silence. He's recently done multiple crowdfunding campaigns for a movie that he clearly has no intentions to make, given that he keeps on raising and lowering the budget needed for it, and he raised the money needed for it the first time and then didn't make the movie, which is Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting. And the only time he ever does more crowdfunding for it is when there's been another school shooting.
Oh, so he'll probably bring that back.
So he's literally trying to profit off of children's deaths.
Yeah, because, IRL, there was a school shooting just recently.
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to announce his latest crowdfunding campaign for it, too.
Yeah, I'm actually be interested to see when that pops up again.
Because, also, he keeps on... In the last time that he tried to crowdfund this non-existent and never going to exist movie, hot off the back of a recent school shooting, he talked about, the actors that he wants to be in the movie, as in actors that he wishes would be in the movie that he's not going to get in the movie because he doesn't have those kind of connections.
Yeah.
He wanted John Travolta to play the school principal, and he wanted Justin Bieber to play an unnamed character.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
It's already questionable enough how he got a very clearly drunk Eric Estrada to be in Cool Cat Saves the Kids. But he has a reputation now. People are not going to work with him with the same level of charity as when he was doing, like, oh, it's an anti-bullying movie.
Yeah, but there is probably like at least one member of the old with that guy with the glasses crew and everything that I still continue to enjoy watching, and that's Linkara, because I just like watching the comic reviews that he does. And
I don't really tune in for his comic reviews because, I'm not much of a comic guy. But
fair.
I have very thoroughly enjoyed History of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Since its inception. And I believe one of his Patreon goals, back when you used to be able to have Patreon goals before they removed those, was, like, if he reached a certain amount, he would start covering other, Power Rangers adjacent shows, like, Masked Rider, Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, Big Bad Beetleborgs,
VR Troopers.
VR Troopers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I remember a while back, a lot of certain people I no longer associate with were complaining about how it's like, oh, it's taking him so long to work on these videos for History of Power Rangers, and I'm like, dude,
he has to wait for it. It was because he was part of, like, a creators program with the distributors for Power Rangers, which meant that he had to wait a certain period before he could come out with the videos. Part of it being he has to wait until the official home release for it.
Yeah.
And then also having to, as he's gone on record several times saying, constantly re-edit the videos to get past YouTube's copyright bullshit.
Right.
Because even though he's a part of this, even though he's part of this, Creators Insider program, he still is subject to copyright claims and takedowns from Toei. And, other, associated companies. Like, if I remember, he only has, like, one more reversion of a previously, of a one that didn't make the move over from Blip to do, and then he'll be all caught up on every Power Rangers series so far. And I think it's, he just has to do, God, I can't remember. I haven't checked in a while. He might have done it already. I'll just have to double check.
But yeah, like, if there's one thing I do, one of the characters that Linkara created for his quote-unquote show, as he likes to call it.
It is a show.
It is a show, yeah. But the characters in his show, I just love how they're like alternate versions of him.
I mean, that was the thing that everyone, that guy with the glasses, would do. All the different characters were usually just them in different costumes.
Which I get that, but now it's just become like a inside joke actually with his stories. How apparently, like the one the lounge singer guy Harvey
Fine Voice.
Yeah, Harvey Fine Voice apparently from time to time gets questioned to find out why the hell he looks like Linkara. And both are like, "Why? We don't look anything alike." But yeah, I think my favorite character that he's ever done was Dr. Link Sano, because I think Link Sano is better than Insano.
Well, it helps that Link Sano's played by someone who's actually still making videos and didn't arguably scammed their Patreon viewers out of money to make content that they then chose not to make and then just retired from the internet.
Yeah.
I've never liked Spoonie.
Yeah. One thing I will say that I don't like that Linkara does, but this is just a personal opinion. The way he structured his Patreon sponsorships was like he says, it's like, oh, it's a 50. Oh. Later, Kier. Hope you feel better.
Later, Kier.
He says it's supposed to be like a $50 tier, but the $50 alone does not get you the sponsorship. You have to wait 1 more month and pay another $50 the following month just to ensure that you're serious about this.
I mean, from a content creator's perspective, I can understand the reasoning behind it.
I mean, I'm sure there was a reason. I just never...
It's to make sure that someone doesn't subscribe at $50 just to like tell me what that tier gets you first of all, so I can have a better understanding.
Yeah. Basically, from what I've gathered...
Wait a minute, is that one where it's like, you know, you get to request something for him to review or something like that?
Yeah, that's the Patreon sponsored reviews. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that's a case where it's like, okay, I'm making sure you don't sign up at $50, put in your request for a review, and then unsubscribe.
I mean, okay, I see the reasons there. I knew there was a reason. I didn't like it, but I didn't even know what it was.
That's exactly why I'm never... If I ever do open up a Patreon for my stuff, I'm never going to have, like, you know, Patreon chosen... Like, yeah. I'll have people on Patreon vote on stuff. I'll never have it where it's like, you pay and you get to request a review from me, because I'm the kind of person where, like, I don't want to... Like, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my content, which is part of why it takes me so long to come out with videos. Like, I don't want to have someone, like, be real passionate about me giving my thoughts on something, and then me just not have anything of note to say about it because I find it uninteresting or boring, and then feel like I am now financially obligated to do a video about this thing that I have nothing really to add to.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's just me. That's not like a diss against creators who do
no
reviews. That's just me.
Of course not. Yeah.
You watch a surprisingly on that. Furret in chat. What do you mean? Sorry for not letting you get a word in this whole time, Furret.
Oh no, you guys were talking about stuff that I really knew nothing about, so I stayed out of it.
Okay. Anywho's it,
No, I mostly just watch, like, the Game Grumps, Amelie, Arikado, and,
who is this Arikado you speak of? He sounds like a jerk.
But yeah, like, those are, like, the main ones I watch. I used to watch Markiplier, but he kind of sold out. And I gave up on him. Like, I'll catch him every once in a while. But, like, here lately, he just annoys the shit out of me.
I mean, I've been trying to keep up with Scott the Woz. He's been uploading a lot less frequently this year, but that's because he's taking on, you know, bigger and bigger video projects as opposed to the more bite-sized videos he used to do. So I understand that. And also the fact that he's never had, like, any, you know, Patreon or anything like that. Yeah?
No, I've got that box that my chair came in is still in my game room, and, like, Sawyer is fucking obsessed with it, and he won't leave it alone.
Well, cats do love boxes.
I know, but he's been messing with it, like, for the last 40 minutes. And I keep hearing that noise and thinking someone's in my house.
Oh. Yeah, I can see why that would be a problem. Anyways, in Aura Auras, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Ask and you shall receive. Ahem. Ara, ara.
Surprisingly very, very good. I was not expecting how that was going to sound. Honestly,
you were not expecting the guy that practices specifically a Long John Baldry Robotnik impression 24/7 to do a good Long John Baldry Robotnik Ara Ara.
I am both terrified and aroused.
Scaroused.
I call it scaroused.
That doesn't make any sense, though.
It makes perfect sense if you think about it.
It makes perfect sense depending on the genre of content you're watching.
No, I know, but Furret said if he's terrified and aroused, he calls it scaroused. Those don't...
Scared? What was another word for terrified?
I know another word, but he specifically said terrified, or he always said scared. I'm calling him out on this.
I've never said scared and aroused. It's always been terrified and aroused.
I swear you have. But then again, I just could be misremembering.
Are we gaslighting JKR right now, or are we being serious? I need to know the tone of the conversation.
I'm serious.
I swear I've heard you say scared and aroused. I call it scaroused.
I mean, I might have said it. I might have said it once, but the actual line is I'm both terrified and aroused. I call it scaroused.
I've never heard the actual line outside of you, though. That's the problem. So I didn't know it was something you pulled from somewhere. I thought it was something you made up.
It's from.
To be fair, half the quotes that Furret brings up are quotes from something that we are not aware of.
I mean, fair.
It's the curse of being older than both of you.
Okay, old man. Go drink your prune juice.
Yeah, I'm curious where the hell I got it from.
Oh god.
You know that there's a saying for times like this that I got from a true story.
God.
I got from a true story about one of the greatest musicians of all time, who unfortunately passed away in, I believe it was 1984 or 85 at the VMAs after being gunned down by a hitman sent by Madonna. Life is like a parody. Just when you think you know the words, you don't know anything.
So I'm actually wrong.
Ah, yes, good old Weird Al Yankovic. He died so young.
It's too bad he was gunned down by a hitman sent by Colombian drug lord Madonna.
I'm actually wrong. The line is actually from the 2017 masterpiece Wonder Woman. And the line is actually, I'm frightened and aroused, not terrified.
Oh.
I forget where the scaroused part comes from, though.
Yeah.
I'm not
knowing
looking
you
it up.
that. Yeah. But yeah. You know, it's so sad. Poor Weird Al Yankovic. He died so young.
Yeah.
I can't believe Madonna had to fucking have a hit put out on him.
Well, to be, there's a silver lining to this. He came back as a zombie and got his revenge on her. The real tragedy is that he came up with the 100% original #1 hit, Eat It, and then Michael Jackson went and made a parody of it that was so popular that everyone thought Weird Al's was the parody.
Oh, yeah.
Ari? JKR? What the actual fuck are you two on about?
Have you not seen Weird, the Al Yankovic story?
It's been a long time.
It just came out last year.
That's how long it's been.
Well, you should watch it again just to...
I have it on 4K.
You should watch it again.
Yes, I should.
These are all major plot points about this 100% unembellished, completely true story of Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes, I remember. Like, it's just the thing is, like, I remember the movie, but I remember so little of it. I do remember the bit about
to be fair, the only reason I remember these specific things is because me and JKR watched it while he was here.
Nice.
They were having a special on it on Amazon Prime where you could rent it for only $1.99.
Yep. Nice. I do remember the bit about how they tried to joke that Eat It was an original that was in no way, shape, or form a parody of anything whatsoever.
Yep.
That was the joke we were making.
I know. That's what I said. I do remember that bit.
The whole thing about Weird Al being gunned down at the 1984 VMAs by a hitman sent by Madonna was the end of the movie. Right after he accepted the award for arguably the most famous accordion player in a very specific genre. Right after debuting his latest original song, Amish Paradise.
Gadgetron's suck cannon can back up multiple enemies.
Anyways, now we got the suck.
Nice.
Must be small enough to fit inside the
Like I say, it's been a while since, like, I don't know, I'm weird. Like, I just haven't watched it enough, and I just tend to...
I've only seen it twice, and I had forgotten most of the gags in it. Part of it was because it was a Roku exclusive for the longest time.
I do feel like the greatest gag in the entire fucking thing was the fact that Weird Al Yankovic himself played the critic that, like, genuinely in real life told Weird Al, "You will never amount to anything."
Not a critic. That was the head of his record label, the Scotty
Brothers. Right? Yeah. That's what I meant.
And one of my favorite stories about the production of that movie was that Daniel Radcliffe was confused about why he was being offered to play Weird Al in a biopic, and then he saw, like, you know, the story treatment for it. He's like, oh, it's one of those movies. Okay.
Well, didn't he play Weird Al Yankovic in the thing that was based off of? Because it was based off of a...
No, in the original Funny or Die skit, that was not Daniel Radcliffe. It was someone else, but it wasn't Daniel Radcliffe. There were a few casting changes between the original Funny or Die skit and the real movie, with one of them being, instead of Patton Oswalt playing Dr. Demento, it was Rainn Wilson. But that was not Daniel Radcliffe in the original short.
I do miss his show, Miracle Workers. That was a great
Daniel
show.
Radcliffe? Or Weird Al?
Yeah.
I didn't know Daniel Radcliffe had a show.
Yeah, he
then
had
again,
a show for like 4... He had a show for like 4 or 5 seasons called Miracle Workers.
What channel was it on?
Was about God.
What channel was it on?
Fuck.
If it was on like BBC or something, then that explains. Well, actually, any channel would explain why I haven't seen it because I don't have cable or like any way to watch TV.
Like every season of it was like it was like a different story basically.
It was on TBS. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. TBS.
Yeah, I don't have cable.
I thought you said PBS for it. Sorry, my bad.
The first season was about God deciding that he wants to destroy the world because he's sick and tired of his family making fun of him because of how shitty Earthlings are.
did.
And Daniel Radcliffe plays a angel who's trying to prove that humanity is good.
Is your current occupation...
It's fucking hilarious. Steve Buscemi plays God.
Nice.
Blog Tactical Research Station.
But,
I'm Supreme
like, every season is like a different thing. Like, season 2 takes place in medieval times. Season 3 takes place in the Wild West, and then season 4 was like a post-apocalyptic Mad Max kind of world. And not a single one of the seasons tied into each other, other than the actors were the same. It was a fucking weird show.
There's a running gag here that's very easy to miss that plays through the whole game. Every time you see Chairman Drek give one of his video messages, he's appended a new title to himself that gets increasingly long and convoluted. So it started out as Chairman Drek, then it was Executive Chairman Drek, now it's Supreme Executive Chairman Drek.
They work for
Nice.
so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
You think too much. Come on, let's go.
You think too much is never a problem that I've never had.
Problem I always have, apparently.
That's why you need to listen. I know something that can help you with thinking too much.
Oh, and what's that?
Have you tried developing a crippling caffeine addiction?
Yeah, you know, I would love to, except the fact that stress and caffeine do not do well to my gut. I'm already stressed enough.
Have you tried turning it off and on?
No. Just turn it off.
Turn my gut off? Okay, well, I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but...
No. It.
Yeah, turn it off.
Yes, turn it off.
What's it? What is it?
It's it.
It is it.
Okay, what is it?
It is it.
No, what is not it? What's on second?
Who's on first?
Exactly.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be here all week.
I mean, I do need to get off at a reasonable hour so I can get up in time for to meet my family at a restaurant in a part of town I've never driven to before. So what better way to end it than with some brain rot?
For the record, Aaron Paul was the one who played Weird Al in the Funny or Die.
Told you it wasn't Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes, told ya.
Anyways, let's see who we're gonna be reading tonight.
Excuse me while I die. For the record, none of you answered my question from this beginning of the stream.
Yes, I did.
Did you? You know, you said something about you would like to wrap yourself in another Squirrel Girl's tail.
My answer was, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Yeah, that is the most logical and straight to the point answer for it.
It's an answer. I didn't say it was a good answer.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, and your question was, have you ever wondered? And I said, and I did answer saying yes, but I was thinking about a different Squirrel Girl.
Fair.
All right, so we're gonna rate Orange is Borange, who is playing Skyward Sword.
Nice.
Everyone go give her a warm welcome. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Do it. Do it now.
Thank you to my co-host. Thank you to my co-host for joining me tonight.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you to the people who had me do some tarot readings that really distracted us tonight, as if we were on focus at any point.
Yeah, right. I'm going to commission a fortune for reading.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, right.
It's never too late for bullshittery and shenanigans.
I mean, I'm gonna be streaming
Shut up,
tomorrow
Bart.
night. You can do it tomorrow night.
Maybe.
Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, unpleasant dreams. We started late, so we're ending early. You don't get to do your song.
Please allow us to fuck off.